What up? It's your boy Nick here from MMA Pixels with his boy Nick Maximov. Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
The last time we spoke was August 19th when you just beat the brakes off somebody. When's your next fight?
We're looking at September 16th at 559 fight in Visalia, California for the middleweight title.
Oh, it is for a title.
Yeah.
I saw they have it as the main event. Is that true?
Yeah, it's the main event. It'll be headlining on a Flow Combat, and it's for the vacant title right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I saw you just recently are ranked in the light heavyweight. You're ranked number 7.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I saw your fights. You have like split 2 in light heavyweight and 2 in middleweight.
Middleweight. Yeah, and I look at the Tapology, and it says I'm 5 at middleweight on that, too. So it's a little, ranking systems are a little weird right now.
Yeah. Just win, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I seen that you started your first fight was in June, and then August you like every weekend you just went out and had a fight. Um,
Yeah.
what sparked the sudden interest?
I'm trying to get him in before wrestling season starts, like real competitions and everything, because competitions start I think last weekend of October. So I'm just trying to get as many fights as I can before it all really starts, getting real really quick.
And you wrestled for a school?
Yeah, Clackamas Community College up in Portland, Oregon. We're like the number one junior college in the country.
That's awesome. And what weight do you wrestle at?
184s. I'll bounce around from 97s and 184s, but I try to go 184s. These at 97s are humongous.
Is that any different than fighting like the weight trying to manage it or no?
It's a little well this year. I fought 3 weekends in a row, so that was a little tough, kind of the way and everything. Then bouncing back, but that's a lot similar to wrestling. Every weekend, you're typically cutting weight, so it's pretty tough. It just get hard. It gets really hard on your body, so you got to really be smart with managing your weight and doing all of that, eating right, and training right and everything.
Right on. How long does the wrestling season go for?
Until the last weekend of February, so it's a pretty long and hard, grindy, 5.5 months.
Right. Well, so it's half a year, and then
Yeah,
once that's done, you're gonna get back to MMA.
yeah, get back to fighting. Just and feel I'm not gonna do as many fights this year or next year. I think just keep it like a 2 maybe. Then another 2 because I can't really do anything turning pro until I'm done with college athletics. So I'm gonna just not try to take too many punches and everything. Be smart, turn pro when I need to, and just do that.
Yeah, that's funny. The NCAA, but they don't have any issues with you amateur doing
Not
amateur
at
MMA.
all. Not at all, which is super bizarre.
Yeah,
It's super weird. I don't really get the whole rules. Can't get paid or anything. It's like the main thing, so it's super bizarre.
yeah. I think that's super dated.
Yeah,
People make a lot of money off of college athletes.
yeah. Well, the money that I would make too would help me, just in college, like with rent and food and everything. So it's not like I would use it on stupid stuff. It's like I'm using it to help me.
Right. Did you get a scholarship for college?
Yeah. I got pretty much like a full scholarship.
That's
So just doing that. Yeah.
that's cool. And I noticed you do a lot of jujitsu too, right?
Yeah, I was just actually training. I just did a morning session for jiu-jitsu before I head off to wrestling practice. Yeah, that's what I pretty much started with jiu-jitsu.
And you're currently a purple belt.
Yeah, exactly.
You do strictly gi training or
I
just
do know gi and gi.
pretty much half and half? Or,
Yeah, I try to mix it in. The gi is really good for the grips, but I use the no gi because of the wrestling and the MMA aspect.
right. You did a couple tournaments in the past. Do you have any plans coming forward or?
Um, for jiu-jitsu, I would love to. I was training with some. I'll train at the Rice Brothers Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then I'll go, the Nick Diaz Academy and train there and stuff. So I really like train all over the place with some of the best jiu-jitsu fighters in the world. So I would really ideally like to try to win a world championship within the next year or two. With my wrestling and everything, and try to find a time when that I'm not like training, for MMA. So that would be ideal. But as far as right now, if you know the submission undergrounds, I do those. More often than not, I'll do a lot of those. So that's like my main thing right now. Is just doing that stuff.
Are those like a lot of preparation going into it, or is it kind of like last minute? Okay, I'll compete today.
You could definitely do that. That's the funny part about it. You could definitely do that, but like I try to take all my competitions pretty seriously, no matter what it is. Just I hate losing. That's the worst thing ever. So it's like every competition I go into, I try my hardest. Train 2-3 times a day and just try to get everything my all. So I usually go sign up for competition, train hard for it, and go compete. But I know a lot of people that will sign up like 3 days before and go compete.
Right. Well, it shows. I mean, you're 4-0 with 4 first round finishes. That doesn't happen by accident.
No, definitely not.
So you're fighting Albert Gonzales coming up.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything on him?
Yeah, I've seen all his fights actually, and he's a good fighter. He's kind of like a brawler type thing. Not much of a grappler, from what I've seen at all. Kind of just like street. It almost seems like he's a street fighter type boxer. Just kind of throws, and it'll be interesting. He's 3-0 for a reason, though. So got to give him respect for that, because that's hard to do. But that's
Yeah, it's definitely worthy of a main event. I think going into it, um, I mean, you're just so dominant in your matchups. I don't know, I don't even know how your stand up is, or really like I obviously your ground game's good, but I haven't seen you against someone else with a great ground game that I know of.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I think when you get up to the higher weight, it's tougher to find guys with a good grappling. And most of them are just strikers, sprawl and brawl type styles. But it's like with me, I feel like I don't even need to show my striking or at all right now, just because it doesn't seem necessary. I don't need to take any unnecessary punishments. Or punches or nothing if I don't have to. If I can take it to the ground, make it quick, why not? That's kind of my mentality.
yeah, that's like the perfect combo, the jujitsu with the wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't want to like show, any, my striking is just, it just doesn't seem necessary. Because if I get caught, from someone who's not better than me, it's like, that happens all the time at the upper weight. So it's like, why do that?
Yeah, yeah. MMA, it's funny. I mean, anything could happen. Not always does the best fighter win that night.
Exactly. And I think on the ground, if you get caught in a triangle, it usually means the dude was better than you. That's why he's submitted you, because he's better than you. But if you get caught with a punch, that can happen at any time. So.
Right. Yeah. And exactly. And that's kind of like I'm looking forward to this because I know it's going to be a tough matchup.
Oh yeah, it's super. It's gonna be a good one. Striker versus grappler type thing. But I'm not afraid to really throw or nothing. I'm a really like sturdy. Just I don't mind putting my chin down and just going forward. I love that type of stuff. That's how I like to train.
Right on. So you did jujitsu this morning. You're going to be doing more training this afternoon.
Yeah, I'll probably do a wrestling session and strength and conditioning. Is what I'm thinking.
Is that common that you train twice a day?
Yeah, I'll train usually 2-3 times a day. I always do a strength and conditioning, and then I'll do a jiu-jitsu or a Thai boxing or a wrestling session typically.
And those are usually around 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours each. Yeah, just about.
And a lot of fighters have help with nutritionists and stuff like that. Are you utilizing that?
Oh yeah, of course. Our wrestling team, our coaches help us a lot with that. We get a lot of really good guys, like nutritional experts, quote unquote, and they come in and help us. So that's a huge benefit. It helps with recovery so much.
That's cool. What about like supplements and stuff? Do you have a
I
routine on that?
I, I don't really take anything. I just like only thing I'll have like some like Quest nutrition. That's the type of stuff I'll have, or I'll have some amino acids. Just some stuff that'll help you with recovery and stuff. But Other than that, I'm not like a big supplement guy. I don't really rely on supplements to help me recover. I would just, food. Just natural foods is what I usually try to eat.
Yeah, if you eat right, then you don't have to supplement it.
Exactly, and then the weight cuts easy, and then everything. It just makes stuff a lot easier.
What's your goal? You're going to four-year college right now or community?
Community college right now, then might head to a 4 year. We'll see how this year goes for wrestling and MMA.
They have like a state championship for community.
For us, it's a national. Some states have a state, but for us, we compete on a national circuit. We'll compete against Division 1 teams, Division 2. We compete against some of the best of the best. We really challenge ourselves. So for us, we go to a JUCO national tournament.
I'm sorry, you wrestled growing up, or when did you get started wrestling?
More high school. I started more in high school.
That's kind of
Freshman year.
a late start. I know junior high usually.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a late start. I kind of wrestled my 8th grade year a little bit, not too seriously. Then high school, I just kind of took it really seriously, worked hard, had some really good training partners that helped me, and just kind of got, ahead of the game.
Did you play any other sports in high school or growing up?
Football, yeah. I played football for like 9 years,
Oh, that's cool. What position you play?
all the way to high school. Defensive end.
You play any offense or strictly?
Not really. I mean, I tried, but they wanted me on defense, so I was a defense player.
Right, I guess I see why.
Yeah, wrestling helps us out a lot.
What obviously was fighting your first passion?
It was actually like jiu-jitsu was my passion, and then it kind of turned into fighting. Man, fighting just, even when I was in high school, I was always just trying to like get into MMA fights and stuff, and just try to find smokers. But when you're not 18, it's like it's impossible to find stuff for you to fight in. Like they don't allow people under the age of 18 to fight at all. It's nearly impossible to find smokers or anything. So I always had a real passion for MMA. I always watched, every pay-per-view, every fight night, everything. So that was the true passion of mine is fighting.
Now that you've gotten into it, do you still watch it as much?
That's funny, actually. I watch some fights, but I don't really watch a whole lot of fighting. You know what I'm saying? I just focus so much more on myself than I do, like, I'll watch the pay-per-views, but I don't watch as many fight nights or nothing like that anymore, just because it's like, all I want to do is fight myself, so it's like I don't really have time to watch any other fight.
Yeah, that's actually really common. I hear that a lot from fighters. They
Yeah,
they just watch tape of their opponent and that's it.
yeah, exactly. That's literally all I do. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Nick. Well, I know you're very busy. You have to get to your next practice. Is there anything I didn't ask you that you would like to go over and let the fans know?
Nothing really. Just try to watch the fight. It'll be on Flow Combat. It's on the 16th in Visalia, California. So it's a cool fight card. I've never seen any girl fights live, and I think there's like 5 girl fights. I'm pretty pumped to watch that. It's gonna be a sweet card. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been to one 559 show. I think you actually fought in more events than I've been to, but they're
Yeah,
pretty good there.
it's a really good show. Really good people. Really treat you really well. Everything was really. It seemed really professional. So I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's one thing I think Camo overall is the organization. I mean, it's really kind of professional. It's you're not walking into a bar where people are smoking
No.
cigarettes and that
Yeah, seriously. It's
you
really serious.
yeah you can. I mean, you could bring your kids to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool. I enjoy it.
All right, Nick. Well, I appreciate your time. It's, that's all I got for you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.